All right. We live. I'll be back in a moment. Let's play some fire.
Yeah. Only a fool think he can outlive death.
Welcome y'all to the team RBG Green
We can still
Mixtape.
try though. We can. BWO is a forward movement from here on out, you dig?
I'm your host, Steve Stiglo, aka Stiglo Swag Mode.
Shout out to
Alongside
Queen.
DJ Iron Man Chris Starks.
And Jingle.
Let's go.
Big stepper. I'm talking just like my ancestors. You Negroes trust the government. I trust my ancestors. We built kingdoms and yeah, our infrastructure stand better. Plenty reasons for us to stand tall with our heads up. To walk with your head down, that's a no-no. I walk with the spirit of my queen of Ndogo. And we walk with the spirit of them kings in Angola. You was taught to be a gangster. We was taught to be soldiers. We need to stop the violence. For sure, I'm standing with young boy. Don't mean we shouldn't keep hollow tips in them drums, boy. WSK, if it ain't that, then you's a dumb boy. Nigga, you just want clout. Really, you don't want war, and that's treason. And we don't deal with clout chasers. For my people, I'm squeezing. You'll get turned to cloud chasers. Give them people a reason. Why you pretending when you know that you been a bitch? That switch come out your cartridge blown on some Nintendo shit. Y'all probably thinking that I'm talking on some nigga shit, but black love is black power, man. I'm talking militants. We need to stop firing them on some friendly shit and take a shot at keeping black dollars in black businesses, so our cash could flow into black industries and change a couple tendencies. Chase our dreams and make our dreams. This shit, it ain't make believe. They really hate the team, and it's deeper than our skin. They hate what's coming from within. Then you need to check your temp. Blackballed and blacklisted. Fuck it, we been next. The reasons why we fell, cause we tryna be somebody else. Thinking that we know some shit we don't even apply to self. To deny yourself the courtesy of growth, that's a cry for help. We deprive ourselves of commonwealth, lack the funds to mend the health. Only way to find yourself, be guided to your enlightened self. This is the common ground to prepare for the battleground. And you know common unity, yeah, that's where our talent's found. And we know skills sharpen skills, and talent sharpens talent, and willpower's will. So I'm for sure that you could grasp it. And to be blunt, this die line, so you know it's time to ash it. Gas whoever they want. They know that they can't match us. Put them in a casket. We do this shit for practice. Just imagine, we finally build a nation. Generation after generation, then we finally escape the matrix. To secure the likeness of our greatness, penetration is a must. And you say you want a new life? Well, okay, it's time to bust. Y'all really nuts if you think this discussion done, or we not busting our guns. If you think you coming for us, then run on up and look dumb as fuck. Evolution is a revolution. We prepare and create our next solution. But one thing we can't do is continue to let them screw us. See, I do this for the culture, and I also do this for the future. It's that Malcolm X mixed with Martin Luther. And I hope that they could see this as a warning. And I hope I ain't alarm them, but you know that nigga's on it. So when that sunset, sayonara.
Once again, this young Cuhdaffi, Sunset Side straight out of Connecticut. It's that team RBG movement.
And we as a people will get to the promised land.
Just that gumbo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I told y'all we was finna play some fire. We was finna play some fire. Because we trying to be somebody else. Yeah, peace. Hey, Black African Power, man. Welcome back to another edition of Warrior Scholar. This is the 43rd interview on Warrior Scholar. We have a young Warrior Scholar on the panel. I am Kofi Piesie, your host for today. I'm excited about this interview. This is, like I said, a young warrior, right? So we're going to talk to the young warrior today and get his perspective on a few things, and we definitely going to jump into some of his bars. I want to talk about some of his bars in here, man. Family showing up for the brother today, too, man. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat that's showing up for the brother, you know what I'm saying, in this interview today, man, this young warrior scholar, man. So for those, man, that don't know who you are, brother, Yung Cuhdaffi, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Peace. Before I get started, I want to say I thank you and appreciate you for bringing me on the platform. My name is Yung Cuhdaffi. I'm from New Haven, Connecticut. I'm part of RBG. I'm the founder of Quality Made ENT, which is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is litty. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's what we pushing. And I'm also a member of Team RBG. You know, I'm just an artist trying to get a message out there, you dig what I'm saying, as well as put the work in, to build our nation, you dig? So that's who I am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we get into the interview, I have to go run down some warrior scholar. The term warrior scholar, a warrior rather, and what a scholar is. A warrior is a warrior, soldier, combatant, one who rages war. Um, a person who engaged in experiencing warfare broadly, a person engaged in some struggle or conflict. Scholar, a person who is attending a school, a study under a teacher or pupil, a person who has done advanced studies in special fields, a learned person, a holder of scholarship. Hey y'all on the other end, everybody that's in the chat for me, please. Can you hear an echo? Can y'all, because I'm hearing an echo from from me. Let me know if y'all hearing an echo real quick before I go any further. I want this to be quality sound. I don't want no hit, no nothing in this. Am I clear to each and everybody, or it's an echo? It's just a little bit. All right, hold on 1 second. He said, "No, you good." Son of God said, "No." Obi saying, "Yeah, I'm just gonna do this because I don't got time to." Hold on 1 second.
You went out. No, you still out. I don't hear anything. No, you still out. Nah, he's still out. Nope, still can't hear you. Nah.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, we good. I got my Rodecaster Pro back on. I know what I did wrong. Y'all apologize for that. I had some technical difficulties. All right, but let's get
Yes,
back
sir.
into it, man.
Yes, sir.
A warrior, a scholar. A scholar is a person who attends a school or study under a teacher, pulpit. A person who has done advanced studies in a special field. A learned person, a holder of scholarship. Uh, when combining a warrior and a scholar, from my perspective, what a warrior scholar is, a warrior scholar is someone who is well studied, waging war against mistruths, pseudoisms, and willing to stand on the battlefield against institutions and platforms that promote that. A warrior scholar is someone who's on a mission for the truth, for accurate and sound information. A warrior scholar is one who is disciplined, good character, morals, and willing to fight back against those who who use information dangerously. So that
Hmm.
is what a warrior scholar is from my perspective. And in this brother's own right, he is a warrior scholar who's on the front line fighting against misinformation and trying to liberate the minds of our people, especially the youth, right? So again, like I
Yes,
said, I'm
sir.
excited about this this interview, man. So let's get into this interview, man. Let me pull up my questions now, man, and we gonna rock out, man. We gonna
Come
rock.
on with it, brother.
All right. All right, let me get to it. Let me see. We gonna rock out. Yeah. Again, y'all please like and share the show, man. And I noticed people been
So,
popping on here and y'all not hitting that like button and y'all not subscribing to the channel. So please subscribe to the channel. Hit that
hit
like
that
button.
like button
Hitting that
and
like button and
subscribe.
please share it out, man. We want to try to get as much as this into the algorithm. We need Team RBG in the algorithm. We need the algorithm
You
going
dig?
crazy. Yes,
You
sir.
dig?
Yes, sir. So since this
Smash that
being the
like button.
yes, sir. So since this being the Warrior Scholar Show, man, this is a question I always ask every person that comes on the platform. This is always my first question: is can you name a few of your Warrior Scholars? Who is some of Young Cuhdaffi's Warrior Scholars?
Um, my warrior scholars is Malcolm X, Nipsey Hussle. Uh, shoot, I'm gonna go with shoot. I can't front. I like a lot of different different ideologies. You feel me? So when I go into my thought of who I'm dealing with, it's really those who actually impacted. So I can go down the list of people that I'm impacted by, but those two right there, the people that I actually look and see what they've done, as well as like young Gaddafi, Muammar Gaddafi. You dig what I'm saying? Because of what he did with Libya and things of that nature. So you know. And if we're gonna speak on somebody alive right now, you dig what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say Ibrahim Traoré. You dig what I'm saying? The president of Burkina Faso. You dig?
Okay, for sure, for sure. And see, you kind of well, do I want to go on that question next? But yeah, let's talk a little bit, man, about your name, man. Let's talk about your name, man.
Hmm.
Could you explain the origin and the significance behind your artistic name, Young Cuhdaffi? You kind of talked about it a little bit, but can you go a little bit in detail on choosing that name, to express your artistry?
Yes, sir. Um, so the reason why I chose Young Gaddafi was uh I got this fintech app that I'm working on. You dig what I'm saying? That I've been working on since I was 17. It started off as a banking app. I ain't never really presented, so I'm not really gonna give too many details. But it's something that I think that would help liberate the people, right? So I've been building it over the years, and uh, knowing what Gaddafi did, and what he was working to do when he was in Libya and creating, the dinar, you feel me, the gold dinar, he was going to create that so that they could have that currency. It was something that I felt like was in a similar light, the thing that I'm doing when it came to the fintech company that I'm working on. So um, just pushing the line with the music and trying to galvanize people under a thought process, utilizing music as well as different platforms to bring them to be able to see the vision. I put that name into perspective because I know that I have something in the back end. You dig what I'm saying? That's going to be pushed forward in the front, as well as the words that I'm giving, have a value that unlock yourself and unlock your mind. You dig what I'm saying? So that's where I came up with that name, from things that I'm working on, as well as things that I see for in the future.
For sure, for sure. You definitely embracing the spirit of them. I've been looking at you and paying attention to you. So I wanted to know why you chose that name. I appreciate you sharing that with me too, man.
Yes, sir.
Um, could you describe a range of services offered by and what's the name of your company again? Because I don't want it made entertainment. It's something that I can't quit. Okay, you spell quality that way. Okay,
Yeah,
so okay, yeah,
quality
right.
made, ENT.
Quality made NT, man. Can you explain some of your services? I see you do photographs, music recording, venue hosting, partying, coordination, and podcast production. Can you kind of go a little bit into your quality made entertainment because you You know, you're an entrepreneur as well, so I want people to know about some of the services before we get down into some of the other things, man. So I'm just trying to work it up before we get into it, you know, so people can get to know
Right.
who Young Cuhdaffi is.
So I'm a freelancer, you know. I do like video editing, I record for people and things of that nature. I do graphic designing and things of that nature. Me and my family, a couple of my team members, you dig what I'm saying? We created Quality Made ENT, basically off of music, you dig what I'm saying? It started as music, but as I started to look at the scope of things in the world, you know, I decided that we would better off be within entertainment in itself, you dig what I'm saying? Not excluding music. But you know, we offer recorded and things of that nature. You know, if you want to get your music recorded and mixing and mastering and this, that, and the third, you feel me? Um, our main thing is, well, in my eyes, you know, like I said, quality made ENT. You dig? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is litty. We gotta like the fact that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is the root to our growth. You dig what I'm saying? So quality, I spelt it that way in order to, you know, put within the name and, you know, just the lifestyle that it brings. You dig what I'm saying? That knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is always going to be litty, and that's going to be the thing that lights our path to move forward. So that's where I came up with that, and that's how we got there. And those are
Yeah,
some
for
of the
sure.
services that we offer.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. Be holy, be holy. We I don't know whether it's a bot or somebody in here, man, but if you don't have anything positive to say in here, be holy. Uh I try to be respectful and not delete anybody. And he said go study Co and Pale Pro, be holy. Yeah, so I try not to delete anybody comments or put them on timeout, you know, but on this platform, this is a respected platform. So if you don't have anything good to say, brother, there's many other platforms I can direct you to that love this type of chaos and confusion. Then you can go over there. But anyway, let's get back into it, man. Let's so how long have you been involved in the music industry, and has your work consistently carried the theme of Black revolution, uplifting and empowerment, or it started off somewhere else and then it veered into what we're getting now?
Um, I started Quality Made ENT, you know, about 2021, but I've been doing music since I was like six, you know, freestyling and things of that nature. So I wouldn't say that my music always started off revolutionary, but I've always been on a revolutionary path since I was a young kid. So, uh, you know, when I freestyle, I don't necessarily freestyle revolutionary, but when I write, you know, something compels me to write about what's going on in real time. You know, it's not something that I always choose. If you dig what I'm saying, it's like my pen be like, "Yo, this is what you're gonna talk about," you know. But when I'm freestyling, I'm just having fun. You dig what I'm saying? But when I get to writing, for some reason, I'm versatile. Don't get me wrong. My pen, I could talk about anything, but it just so happens that when I write, it got to be about what's going on for the people, you know. And uh, I don't mind it. The ancestors talking through my pen. You dig what I'm saying? I'll be the voice of the ancestors. You feel me? So.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, I just wanted to know because I know for some, you know, it didn't start out that way. They actually transitioned into that later on when they became what we like to call woke or became aware of certain things. Then you know the pen game began to change. You know what I'm saying, for the better, man. So,
Yeah, like
but your
my
mute.
people be telling me, like, not to cut your wisdom, like they
Mhm.
be like I should lean more into, you know, other sides of myself that I know that I've been through. You feel me? But I be like, I ain't knocking it, and I'm gonna do that. You dig what I'm saying? But I feel like this is more important. You know, we need more music like this than the music that's already out there. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, I got a extensive background on both sides when it comes to, you know, being revolutionary in my walk, as well as, you know, understanding the street aspect of things too. So, you know, just being authentic, you know, to what I feel is necessary to be spoken on.
Most definitely, most definitely, man. in your track, I know, you know, we know, which is one of
Mm-hmm.
my favorite songs, you know what I'm saying, on the team RBG Gumbo, you delivered a line that says, uh, it's not a curse to be smart, it's a curse, the curse is to be aware. Could you
Yeah.
elaborate behind that bar, man? I know I feel where you coming from. So can you elaborate on that bar?
Yeah, a lot of people know things, you dig what I'm saying? You feel me? Or think they know things. And we got a lot of smarty arties out here, you dig what I'm saying? People that know stuff, you feel me, but aren't applying it. So, you know, when you know things, it's not really a issue to know. You feel me? So I don't want nobody to take that. Like I'm saying, like you shouldn't know things, but what the thing is, like some people be so smart that they dumb. You dig what I'm saying? That when when it comes to awareness, there's things going on that you may not be aware of because you so smart and you so caught up in what you think intellectually that your awareness is is more so instinctual compared to what and things that you think may not always be what you think because the truth is always stranger than fiction for some reason. So when I say it's a curse to be it's a curse to be aware. You feel me? Awareness is something that like it changes your feelings. You dig what I'm saying? It changes how you operate when you aware of something compared to being smart. That's just knowing what that do. You dig what I'm saying? But before you knew what that did, you feel me? You had to go find the information and apply it in order to see the actual outcome of the thing. You dig what I'm saying? So being aware is the person who put the actual work in and figure out what the outcome is, and now, oh, this does this, we can do that. You dig what I'm saying? The person who knows is just gonna flick the light on and be like, oh yeah, I know that electricity work, but they ain't go through the actual work to put in to feel what it actually means to get that light to work. You dig what I'm saying? So it's not a curse to be smart, it's a curse being aware. For the simple
Man,
fact that that awareness, man, that should have killed you if you're not aware.
yeah, that's a fact, man. And when I heard that bar, man, it resonated with me because it took me back to 2012. And 2012, that's when I became aware of certain things. And then 2000, early 2013, I ended up dedicating my life to being a extensive reader and sharing what my ancestors have contributed to this world and just ciphering through things. So I want to read. When I immediately um, heard the song, I put out some content and I made a post in that Pacific thing, and I said, it's not a curse to be smart. The curse is being aware. The more you become aware, the more you see through misinformation, the propaganda, and the lies designed to shape the perception. Awareness opening of your eyes is manipulation, hidden agendas, and the system built to keep people blind. Being smart is a gift, but being aware, question mark. That's the real challenge because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. You
Hmm.
move differently, you question more, you refuse to follow blindly, you stay aware, you stay asking questions, you stay free. So,
Right.
and that was my response to that line because again, the more I worked my brain muscle and ingest information and become more intelligent and aware of certain things that's going on around me and things that has happened in the past and things that are happening now, things that has been repeating over and over, and I begin to vocal a lot of these things. You know,
Hmm.
me being aware, it seemed like I became cursed. I became an outcast to my own family. I became a outcast to majority of the organization that I belonged to at the time, even though they still had that respect for me in the organization, but they still looked at me side eyes like I was,
Right.
cursed. So I was contaminated because now I'm bringing forth a lot of the things that we was blind to, a lot of things that we was taught, a lot of, which is going off of blind faith, or, or just listening to someone who says God has his hand on their life, and they sound more, and they sound like they're smart and intellectual. It's okay to follow them blindly and regurgitate information, well, and not knowing if that information is dangerously, is misinformation, which misinformation is dangerous. And we can
Right.
tell by the cycle of what black folks in America, or black folks all over the country, I'm gonna just say specifically in America, is going through. You know what I'm saying? The misinformation is killing us. The misinformation has us behind the curve, socially,
Right.
politically, and economically, man. So, that bar, when you spit that bar just, what I'm saying, I'm talking about, it just resonated with me, and I instantly had to make a post about what I feel like what you were saying, and how I connected to the bar, and how
Yes, sir.
real that bar was, right? So,
Yes, sir.
I appreciate that, man. And that's on the
Appreciate you, man.
for sure. That's on the team RBG gumbo mixtape, right? One more,
Yes,
man, and
sir.
we're gonna get into some more stuff because I want to tap into the mind, of this young warrior. But on your other song, you said black, what you say, black love is black power. I'm talking militant. Can you, and I want to, can you kind of go into that, what you mean by black love is black power? I'm following what you're saying, my brother. So can you break down what you
Yes,
was
sir.
putting down, sir?
Everything that's running needs an energy source. You dig what I'm saying? And black people, we thrive off of love since the beginning of time. You dig what I'm saying? That's what got us conquered. If you really want to be honest, our love for the world. You dig what I'm saying? But black love, you dig what I'm saying? If we took our love and poured our love within to ourselves, that's our powerhouse. Black love is black power. And we need to be militant about our black love. You dig what I'm saying? Because my brother is my brother. You dig what I'm saying? Like my sister is my sister. You dig what I'm saying? Our kids is our kids. You dig what I'm saying? Like this is a village mentality. So at the end of the day, without black love, there's no foundation. You dig what I'm saying? So we need, like I said, you need gasoline to to fuel your car. You feel me? Or electricity or whatever the fuel is to get it running. Black people need black love in order to power our growth and and whatever we decide that we want to do. You dig what I'm saying? So uh and black love don't equal hate. You feel me? It equals love. You dig what I'm saying? Meaning that I'm willing to kill, die, and live for my people. You dig what I'm saying? I don't mean I hate you, but I love myself enough. You dig what I'm saying, to put you second or last or whatever the case may be. Yeah, my people is first. You dig what I'm saying? So black love is black power, and we need to stand on that. You dig what I'm saying? We need to be militant about it. You dig? Because uh, we see where our love got us to where we able to work together, and we are able to actually have a flowing and working system when we work within our culture, but we never create something to protect it. You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's where the militant part come in, because you got to love yourself enough to protect yourself. You dig what I'm saying? When somebody, disrespect you outside, you dig what I'm saying? You protect yourself any other time. You feel me? When you see some bullshit going on or some, you know, whatever's going on in your day-to-day environment, you feel like you got to protect yourself when it comes to something petty, but not when it comes to actually building up the love of your people and the foundation of the structure that you're trying to uphold. So that's what I mean by black love is black power, as well as being militant.
For sure, man. Like that's a great bar. That resonated with me as well. And
Yes,
like
sir.
you said, black love, you know, equals black power, right? And first with the black power thing, right? People that's not a part um of the intricacies when it comes to different organizations that deals with black
Mhm.
liberation, they always think that it's a negative thing, right? But I know
Right.
that the Arab that's in, I can go right to where I grew up at, and it's 2 stores in my community. Arabs run those things, and
Right.
they are for they are race first, right?
Right.
They take care of their own. The Chinese that's doing your wife and your daughter nails,
Right.
in particular, they not gonna deal with you. I know an instant a black owned business, a lady who does massages and nails. She tried to do certain things with the nail company. They wouldn't, by buying some of her stuff. They buy directly from their own people. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
they let that be known. So they're race first. They take care of, not saying that they won't, they look after their own first. And that's what we should do. Take care of
Right.
our house first and then everybody else second, like you said. So when we
100%.
scream race first, we just saying we trying to take care of ourselves. We trying to get home together first. We got to take care of home before we deal with anybody else.
Right.
And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
black love, if you study any African civilization that rised to the occasion, it was black love there. And what I mean by
Right.
black love, we mean in order to love somebody, we got to respect them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got to show empathy and compassion. You know what I'm saying? For them. So there's so many different criteria also when it comes to love, which goes back to cultivating character. You know what I'm saying? When you
Right. Right.
when you start cultivating that character, you know what I'm saying, and having and developing that good character, then you're gonna respect one another. You're gonna love one another.
Right.
So anytime that you seen us rise to the occasion, that was black love in it. And then when we hated each other, you seen how it broke down. We'll build something up and then we'll rise to the occasion and then we'll fall because now you start to see dissension and chaos in there. And a lot of times the chaos come in when we start letting outsiders into what we got going on and they manipulate
Right.
us or they throw trinkets at us and stuff. And then now it's starting contention in between and it's breaking that black love. And now you get chaos. And now through chaos, you get destruction. You get your
Right.
you get your communities, your states, your government starts to break down, right? You know what I'm saying? Because there's no more black love. So that was another bar, you know what I'm saying, that resonated with me. Like I said, man, I don't know, man, people paying attention to what you putting down, young soldier. But
Yeah.
a lot of it is resonating with me, man.
I
Race first
appreciate
is a
that.
yeah. Obafemi said race first is a thought and a behavior that places the social, political, and economic interests, spiritual well-being, and overall material survival of the black race first. That to facilitate African sovereignty. Appreciate that, brother Obafemi.
Right.
Appreciate that. Shout out to Baba Berry. Peace, peace, brother. So another line, bro. We're gonna get into some more stuff after this, but I just a couple of lines, and it's I don't know,
Hey,
it's just
listen,
me.
man. Do you, man? I'm
Okay.
appreciating it.
Okay. You said blackball and blacklisted. Fuck it, we been there. The reason why we fail because we trying to be somebody else. Can you break down that bar? I love that bar.
um, you know, so we've been blackballed on everything. They're not. We understand that they're not letting us in. You dig what I'm saying? As much as they show how they try to grow, anything that we do, especially when it comes to building for the Black African nation, you dig what I'm saying? It's always gonna be blackballed and blacklisted. So I'm like, fuck it, we've been next. When I was writing that, I was when I was writing that specific line right there, I was heavily watching Brother Ben X, you dig what I'm saying? And they was talking about BWO, which is Black World Order, you dig what I'm saying? So uh that line came to me because I'm like, yo, everything that we doing, we already been blackballed. You feel me? So why are we worrying about uh if they gonna do this or they gonna do that or they already gonna do it. Like, you feel me? Like, that shouldn't even be in our thought process. We should be focusing on how to prepare for it. You feel me? Um, we've been next. What was the next line? Ask me to get the next part again because I can't remember. Go ahead.
I think you said the reason why we fail because we trying to be somebody else.
Right. We're not we're not we're not in our African centered mind. So everything that we doing, we're trying to emulate what's going on in the reality that we live in because we see the success in these things, but it doesn't necessarily coincide with our culture. So we're doing things that may give, materialistic success, but we're not actually taking to accountability of how it benefits or can, degrade our culture when we're doing what we're doing. So, it's like we got to be mindful of how we present ourselves as well as, how we deal with, each other, So that's what I meant by that.
For sure. Appreciate that, man. Another fly bar, man. Another fly bar, man. So as a young black individual, as young black individuals, what strategies do you believe are essential for engaging youth in nation building and steering the theme away from destruction behavior in their community? And I'm posing this question because you are a young man, right? And
Hmm.
we need to be asking the young people what it is that us old heads can do, what I'm saying, to facilitate, to make it more cool, more interesting, more appealing, right? Um to get on board to nation build. You know what I'm saying? How can we reach y'all to get y'all to understand the importance of nation building instead of behaving in a destructive manner by destroying your own communities?
One, my thing is, we gotta get to the mind of the youth, and that start, and then might I say, there's been a lot of good work. You dig what I'm saying? When we look at all the different platforms across the internet that are trying to reach out to the youth. You dig what I'm saying? I think that one thing that we need to do is, create an infrastructure that connects all of them so that we can, have like a board or something, amongst the African diaspora when it comes to the programs that we already have, because there's a lot of great programs and a lot of great platforms already pushing. You dig what I'm saying? And we need to just connect them and be able to utilize their network in order to spread cross networks and whatever the case may have you. But what I think that we need to do with the youth is I think that we need to meet them where they are. I think that we focus so much on the information, and when I say this, I don't mean to disregard the information, but it's more so about the display of the information. The information is important, yes, but there's a time and place for everything. The youth uh, don't necessarily receive the information in the way that it's packaged because it's not necessarily packaged to their liking. If we decided to start creating like, and I'm just a thought, you feel me? But if we decided to start creating like TV shows on the internet or whatever the case may have you, where let's say there is some drama going on or whatever the case may have you that they are into, but then you got those scenes where there's wholesome things going on. There's actual family. There's actual ideology that's Afrocentric. But you give them the street stuff in the midst of it. You feel me? They're gonna learn what it looks like. We got to show them what it looks like through, especially that we got technology now. You feel me? If you could show them what the society that we're trying to build looks like based off of just being creative within the artistic world, you dig what I'm saying? They'll see what it's supposed to look like, and then they'll start to emulate it like they do everything else. Everything that has worked on us to take ourselves away from ourselves is the things that we'll have to use to put ourselves back into perspective, if you get what I'm saying. So I think that only way to actually impact the youth is to take the things that are hurting them and reverse engineer them in order to help them. You dig what I'm saying? And like with the music, the TV shows, video games, everything. Like if we could, like even when like Derek Grace started creating the board game, you dig what I'm saying? That was something dope. You dig what I'm saying? I got the board game right now, and you feel me? Like turning that into a video game. Imagine you got video games where you can learn how to be a scientist, you feel me? But then after you become a scientist, you feel me, you can go out there and start spraying at everybody like you do on GTA just because that's just what you want to do. But you actually took a course within the video game that taught you something towards the goals that you're actually working towards. You dig what I'm saying? These are the things that we got to start focusing on. Like how do we change the platform to be able to in, in, inject the information that we want to be, tribute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you had hit the mute button.
Yeah,
You
my
good?
phone, my headphone died.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, you good.
in a way that the youth would be able to find it palatable. You dig what I'm saying? Like the information just got to be broken down in a way where the youth will be able to find it palatable. Other than that, the information that we have is useful and is valuable and it works. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's already shown itself true over historical time. But we have to just put it in a systematic format to where it impacts the not only just the education but the entertainment aspect of it too, because that's where they at and they get educated through the entertainment. So utilize it, you feel me, in order to give them what they need. So that's one aspect, as well as like the aspect of utilizing the internet to use to teach them schooling and then bring it to them in real time where they at in their public schools, their libraries, and this, that, and the third. You dig what I'm saying? So events, so many things we could do, but it's just coming up with the proper systems first before we even really focus on like necessarily what to do. How do we put the systems together that are going to make these things work, and then put the events and these things together and bring the people together. So that's what I think. But we on a good path right now.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate that, and that's, I'm gonna ask you some more questions, but I just hope this interview resonate with some more people, old heads, as I would say. A lot of them call me old heads, right?
Right.
So, and like I was talking to you off the air before we started, I said that I believe that we always say the youth are our future. I really believe in that, but I say the black child, the black children are the wave. So I'm not studying the old folks. I'm studying what the young folks is doing. I'm trying to see what they doing, and like you saying, reverse engineer or make myself relatable to the youth where they can be. So when you see me out, I'm finna be 48 in a few months. But
Mm-hmm.
if you see me out on the streets, I'm dressed like the youth. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
dressed like the youth, but I got certain things on for them to ask me questions. Man, what is that? And those designs are something that's embedded into our culture and has meaning that represents us in a totality, right? And then I
Right.
speak to them and I ask them. I don't talk to them and I don't talk down to them, even if they doing stuff that I disagree. I
Right.
never cast them out. I'm always asking questions. And a lot of us old heads, we always think that we are, since we've been here longer than some of the youth, that the youth don't have anything to offer. But again, the youth is the wave. So I learned so much from my children, you know what I'm saying, by listening and asking questions. And I think that's the only way we'll be able to progress, because y'all, most people are stuck in their ways when we're talking about this info. We are in the technology age. So
Right.
there's a lot of people my age don't understand technology at all, but the youth understand technology and understand the importance of technology and where it's about to go and where it's headed at, right? So we just need to, have a dialogue and a conversation, which leads to my next question is, considering the significant gaps and the lack of mutual respect between the younger and the older generation, what approach can be implemented to foster mutual respect between the elders and the youth? Because we are now in a climate where the youth don't respect the elder and the elder don't respect the youth. And we have, and going back again to this word elder.
Yeah.
We don't have, we can't get older and elder mixed up. An elder and an older is two totally different things. So if you have an individual that's older than you in your community, but does not set the right example, and what I mean by that is he's not being a man. He's disrespecting, cheating on his wife. He's not taking care of his kids. He don't want to go to work. He's not trying to build this community up, etc., etc. That is a older. That is not an elder, right? And I did a whole write-up. If y'all want to go to Kofi Piesie written composition, I talk about an elder and an older from an African perspective, right? And I give you some comparisons of the two and things and criteria that you have to go to even be called an elder in African culture, right? Because you can't even be an ancestor. When I leave here, I want to be an ancestor. We always talk about the ancestors. Some of the folks that you said are your ancestors, we don't consider them ancestors because they didn't set the right example before they left here and went into the Agungun or went into the ancestral world. So you got to be an elder. So you have to meet certain criteria to be an elder. Then after you meet that criteria and you transition, then we can speak your name out as an ancestor and follow what you left behind, your guides, your instructions, and build on. But but the question again is, considering the significant gaps and the lack of mutual respect between the young and the old generation, what approach can be implemented to foster mutual respect between the elders and the youth?
I think to be simple with it, we need to start just having events, like it don't even got to be geared around like trying to bring the elders and the youth together, but we need to just bring them together, by having events. They need to get used to each other again. Like in the Black community, there's no family structure. You feel me? Like we working on that again. Don't get me wrong. You feel me? I'm not saying that there aren't strong families out there, but we got people that say, hey, yo, F the family. I don't care about my family. I don't care about my grandmother. This kid fighting their grandmothers. You dig what I'm saying? So like, in my opinion, like before we even like try to figure out like what plan could be made, I think we need Elder Appreciation Day. I think we need Youth Appreciation Day. You feel me? I think the elders need to come together and sit down and tell the youth a bunch of stories from what happened back in the day, so that the youth can understand like what the elders went through. You feel me? I think the youth need to sit down and have a story time where they tell the elders what they went through. You feel me? Where there's no back and forth, there's no conversation where you gotta just let them talk. You feel me? Let the youth talk to the elders. You feel me? And the elders listen, and let the elders talk to the youth, and then the youth listen, and then there's like a Q&A question. So like I think that it just got to be simple. You feel me? It can't be something overcomplicated because it's just gonna make everybody confused. I think the most impactful things are as simple as just having the conversation. You dig what I'm saying? And creating the platforms for them to be able to, for us, because we get to a point to where we start talking like it's not us. You dig what I'm saying? We start saying them and this and that and Black people, but we Black, you feel me? And it's our people. So, where we can get together and be able to sit down and just communicate with each other, like events like that, like food, some music, and then we know that we're gonna at some point in time, within this time period, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna give the youth an hour to talk. You feel me? We're gonna give the elders an hour to talk, and then we're gonna get an hour of Q&A. You dig what I'm saying? You feel me? Just to get things clarified. But until we do stuff like that, you feel me? We won't be necessarily, in my opinion, repairing the damage. We'll just be, just trying to lapse over the damage, and that's not gonna heal us. You dig what I'm saying? We need to repair the damage and then move forward.
Most definitely, most definitely. And we'll talk about Queen's question in just a minute. Well, her statement, but Ty made it earlier. I posted up here, but um, I done mentioned this before. I tried to start an organization here when I moved back home 8, 9 years ago,
Mhm.
and one of the programs it was called Youth Elder Program, right? And the basically exactly what you was talking about. That's how that program was structured. We
Right.
never did get the organization off the ground, but I think that was the only way we was gonna be able to connect. Now, the Queen says, um, um, we have to address the trauma. Patah said the same thing earlier. Most definitely, we have to address the trauma between the two and address the trauma, um, in its whole totality. We have to have some trauma centers. I think that's a lot of, you know, um, we got post-traumatic slavery disorder, right? And when we study slavery, there was things that was put in place, you know what I'm saying, through slavery, and we're still suffering from those same things coming out of slavery, where we continuing to uh facilitate those things with with each other, you know what I'm saying? So, that's definitely important too, Queen, and RBG Batar. We have to definitely address the trauma. We definitely need some trauma centers. We talk about we need everything else, but a lot of us gloss over the trauma centers, right? And I think that's one of the most, that might be the most key essential thing we need first before we able to move further. You know what I'm saying? To interact with each other on any other type of level is addressing the trauma, and creating these trauma centers and reversing some of the things so we'll know how to interact with each other, because some of us don't see each other as being brothers and sisters. Like, we'll walk past another black man and a black woman, won't even acknowledge their existence. That's not even good character. By not acknowledging someone, we'll walk right past another human being and won't even acknowledge theirs, and we won't give them a head nod, we won't
Right.
wave, we won't give them a gesture, because we don't look at them as our brothers and our sisters, right? And that's why we suffer so much too, is in any type of organization or any business, is because we are so traumatized, we don't know how to interact with each other, because we don't trust each other and we don't love each other. That, going back to what you were saying about black love, you know what I'm saying, equals black power. We talk about the black power, but we don't resemble it at times, man. So the love is the most important thing. But in order to get there, we have to address a lot of the issues at hand and reverse a lot of the things that we've been, that started went on the plantation, as well as the colonizer going into Africa, man. And we're just continuing that cycle, generation after generation after generation, of the destructive behavior. You know what I'm saying? The anti-love of black, even though we say we love black, but I can say it all day, but a lot of our actions don't even, negate that. But I
Two,
definitely agree. Go ahead.
two things. I agree with the trauma centers. I disagree with the name. I don't think we need to call it trauma centers. If we're gonna
Mm,
deal with ourselves, we need to first and foremost start changing our perspective on how we look at things. Because yeah, it's a trauma center, but what does that even sound like? Trauma is in the center. You feel me? We need healing centers. You dig what I'm saying? That
okay.
deal with trauma. Second, um, when you were speaking, you was talking about the love that we have for each other. And a lot of the love that we have or lack within each other comes from the lack of the love that we have for ourselves. Because throughout the years, you feel me, we've been taught to hate ourselves. And there's a scientific term that called that the small hats use, you feel me, in order to get themselves with the trauma. You dig what I'm saying? And it's called epigenetics. And
Yes.
our epigenetics is the top layer of your genes, where if you dealt with trauma, the people in your past who dealt with trauma, you utilize similar or the same coping mechanism in
Yes,
today's
sir.
time without even knowing that you're doing it, because it's already embedded within your, epigenetic structure. You dig what I'm saying? So however they dealt with trauma in your past, you're gonna deal with it now. And if you don't know that you're dealing with it, then you don't even know that you're fighting it. But since the trauma that we've been dealing with was teaching us ourselves how to hate ourselves, we need to love ourselves, you feel me, and start to heal ourselves, because the trauma is always going to be there. You dig what I'm saying? But the healing can change the way that we see it. You dig what I'm saying? So that's where I was at. We gotta love ourselves individually, in order to love each other. Cause what I won't do to you, you dig what I'm saying? What I won't do to me, I won't do to you. You dig? So, and hopefully vice versa. So I try to, go by that. Treat other people, especially your brother. You feel me? How you would want to be treated, even though they might not do it the same way. But yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna just get away from them.
You feel
I'm
me?
gonna get away because I'm for me, it's like, you know, it's a gift and a curse for me. I got a big heart. So I'm always trying to, I'm always trying to, do something to go the extra mile for my brother or my sister. If I call you my brother and sister, and you definitely have to learn or earn that. I just don't come off the rip and call people my brothers and sisters. You have to show yourself friendly and brotherly to me before, and then it has to be an equal exchange. I may accept some things where it's not an equal exchange, but if it's always going to where it's not an equal exchange, I'm always the one that's giving, and you always the one receiving, and it never reciprocated back in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna remove myself from you because you ain't doing nothing but harming me in a way. So individuals like that, man, I give them a little chance, and then I get away from 'em, you know what I'm saying? Because some,
Right.
they just not gonna
I
do
don't
right,
expect
man.
everybody to make it, bro. So you
Right.
feel
Yeah,
me?
for
I
sure.
ain't saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I
The one that,
remove.
that I call my brother or my sister, you
Yeah.
dig? I give that extra grace to, because you feel me? We human, you dig?
Yeah,
But
for sure.
if you ain't in that circle, you don't get that love. You dig what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
For sure, for sure, for sure, man. Um, as an RBG hip hop artist, a black activist, how how do you use your platform to engage with the addressing issues facing African diasporas, both in the U.S. and globally?
So me, I personally, I use my platform by just speaking on it. I'm a like I can strategize, and I do that in the back end. But when I go on my platform, I be trolling. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel me? Like, but I troll in a healthy way, in my opinion. You feel me? I think that the people like to be antagonized, so I try to hit them with the antagonization from a Pan African perspective. You dig? Because that's what they want. You feel me? But as far as the global, I go and I try to just do my due diligence when it comes to what's going on in the diaspora, and as best as I can, incorporate it within to my music, as well as if I could speak on it on a live or a reel or something like that, or even write it out or share the article or whatever the case may be. I try to keep people as informed with what I know as possible, but at the same time, you know we got Team RBG, man. You feel me? We got Team RBG, Facebook, IG. You feel me? We got the Twitter. You feel me? We got so many things for people to tap into. You feel me? That allow you to see what's going on here, as well as that diaspora. And um, I'm a part of that, so that's part of one of the things that I do as well. The team is putting in a lot of work and a lot of effort to get this information to the people. And um it's just about making it happen. You dig what I'm saying? And we doing it, and we squeezing it together. We've been doing it individually, on our own times, and now we coming together to put that machine that's gonna push it out like you need it. You feel me? So that's one of the contributions that I'm putting into getting that information to the people right here on the land where we stand, as well as on the continent and abroad, the diaspora.
Most definitely, man. Um, time is flying quick, boy. I tell you, say time is flying when you're having fun, man. What this this probably be my last question, unless something else come up to me, man. But what the hell is you doing on 33 Lumberton, brother? What is you talk to us about, man? 33 and Lamberton, excuse me.
Lambert,
30, yeah. Talk to us about what you doing
yes,
on
sir.
that.
Got you, man. So it's gonna be a little bit of a backstory, but I'm gonna get to you. I'm gonna give you the information on what's going on right now in present time, and then I'm gonna tell you how we got there. So right now we got a food pantry, 84 Broadway. You dig what I'm saying? CSK, the Community Soup Kitchen, has partnered up with the Village. The Village is something that we, on some grassroots team CTRBG, put together, and on 33 Lamberton, we're giving out food on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday at 12 to 1:30 p.m. And then on Wednesday, we'll be out there from 10 to 11. You dig what I'm saying? And giving out toiletries and stuff like that. But you know, we just started out in 2016. You feel me? Seeing the need to help the community. You dig what I'm saying? It didn't start off the way that it is right now. I was one day just chilling, and I was like, "Yo, man, I want to do something different." So I walked to my brother Born crib. You dig what I'm saying? Excuse me, brother Born, your lab. You dig what I'm saying? Because he don't like the word crib, because cribs for babies. You dig what I'm saying? So lab, you feel me? I walked to his lab, and I was like, "Yo, there's something that need to be done." We was all chopping it up. You feel me? It was a few of us in the yard. You dig what I'm saying? And we was like, what could we do to fulfill a need within our community? So we started to facilitate a pancake breakfast. And what we did was, we started putting our donations in, you feel me? Because a nation that does for itself don't need nobody else. So we put our money into the pot, you dig what I'm saying? Started getting the inventory that we need as far as like grills and tents and this, that, and the third, and started setting up outside in our neighborhood, making sure that we was out there Saturday and Sunday every week. The people started to catch on and seeing what we had going on. They started giving their donations and this, that, and third, and wanted to be a part of it. So, you know, after we did that, the professor Jahash Shabazz, aka George Brumsey, he came and he saw what we was doing, and he was like, I see it's about to get cold out here. I know y'all gonna need a place to continue doing y'all work. You dig what I'm saying? And that's when we came up with CTRBG. You dig what I'm saying? Because it was always about the people. You dig? So it wasn't never about anything else other than making sure that the babies in the community was able to have something to eat, during the weekends when the summer was up, and they wasn't able to necessarily go to get their lunch or whatever the case may have you. So yeah, he taught us martial arts, man, turned us into black belts. We done started teaching children the martial arts. Now come up to where we at right now, one of the brothers that we was building within CTRBG at that time when we started the pancake breakfast was already partnered and volunteering with CSK. You dig what I'm saying? Which is the community soup kitchen that we dealing with now. They was giving us inventory as well. You dig what I'm saying? And he ended up becoming the director of the spot. You dig what I'm saying? So he we started to make sure that we continue doing what we was doing, but we just, spread it and made sure that it was a little bit more legal. We started to see how we could benefit from actually going into the nonprofit area. Yeah, and that's where we at today. So just trying to make sure that the people get, their nutrition. You do what I'm saying? A day, all week, come out there. If you ain't out there, you ain't nowhere. You dig what I'm saying? 33 Lamberton, we out here. Stop playing.
Yeah, because I always see your video. Come get this nutrition.
Come
Come
get
get
this
this.
soup.
I think that's a good thing. Feeding the people. You know what I'm saying, doing something positive. In the community and setting the right example. You like I said, you a young man, you may have more weight and more influence over another young person than I do, man. So when you out in the community and you're doing those types of positive things where you're trying to build and and show people that you have compassion and empathy and love for other folks, such besides yourself and your immediate family, man, we out here, man, trying to make sure that good and facilitate that in whatever way that we can. And y'all doing that through the food, man. And I commend y'all for that, man. I see, ever since we've been friends on Facebook and we've been interacting, Instagram and so forth, I see, the consistency, and that's the thing, I always talk about, man, is dedication and consistency. We start stuff and then we slowly but surely stop it. So I'm glad to see young soldiers, young warriors, yourself as others, in your community, man, is staying committed, dedicated, determined. You know what I'm saying, to
Sure.
set the right example and do something positive in y'all community, man. And with consistency, bro, it just gonna keep going because you see. And what I mean by consistency, I keep talking about resume, and it's going over people's heads. All you did when you just told me, you just gave me your resume, a resume. You know what I'm saying? And a resume don't always have to be a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? It's your work. It's your
Right.
work ethic. So if you keep putting in that work, you keep building that resume up with your work, people are going to gravitate to it, bro. And all kind of things gonna start to open up to you. You're gonna start attracting these types of things because now you're determined, you're dedicated, you're committed, and you're actually putting the work in, so it can't do nothing but attract people,
Right.
places, and things to the things that you got going on. So everything that you got, you deserved. Everything that you got partnered up with, being introduced to this brother, being introduced to the soup kitchen, then introduced to the other brothers who y'all first scramble y'all money in. It's the attraction because of the resume that y'all putting in. And if y'all continue that, it's just gonna grow bigger, man. It's just gonna go. But we might see a young Cuhdaffi, or we might see a quality made soup kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
never
the
know.
sky's the limit. You never know, dog. You
You know,
never know. You
you keep putting
never know.
work, man. Like,
Yes,
like, like
sir.
like you said, man. Like it's just like you said, it's just dedication and being consistent. So, anybody out there, if you feel like you got something that you want to do, you dig what I'm saying? It may look like it may not be coming for you. I ain't know that I was gonna be running the soup kitchen and in the aspect that I am. You dig? We just started doing it. You dig what I'm saying? Just out the sure necessity of that it needed to be done. A few years later, this is where it's at. You feel me? Like 10 years later, it just took the time to go ahead and do it. But like you said, just staying consistent with it and staying in tune with what's going on. That's gonna work with anything. You feel me? So
Mm-hmm.
you got something that you've been working on, and you feel like it's about to be over. Nah, keep pushing, man. Like you gonna go through all the emotions. You feel me? You gonna feel like it's working one day. You gonna feel like it's not. You gonna feel people gonna tell you, "Oh, you crazy? Why you still doing this? Why you doing that?" Don't listen to them. You feel me? You got it. You know what your intuition is telling you. You feel me? And just follow that.
Most definitely, man. Um, man, any advice you can get anybody else, I'll just say any other young person that's on the fence of joining some type of pan-Africanist, black nationalist, outlaw RBG or RBG organization, man, what kind of advice can you give them to kind of stir them into into the movement? Some people are, want to, some people don't, but they just unsure. What kind of advice, if I was a young man and I wanted, maybe to join, I'm not quite sure, what kind of advice then you could give me to kind of take it over the top for me to join the movement?
if you want to be a part of something that got integrity, if you want to be a part of something that got character, if you want to be a man about yourself, if you want to be a woman about yourself, if you say that you want to be change or you want to see change, this is where the change is. You dig what I'm saying? As you can see, we cut too different. You dig what I'm saying? And you be cut too different too because we cut from a different cloth. And you know, we not somebody that just trying to tell you what to do. We trying to build. You dig what I'm saying? This is nation building. At the end of the day, it's not for everybody. You feel me? But if you know that you're supposed to be here, like I said earlier, your intuition is letting you know. I don't gotta tell you to join. You know you supposed to be here. You feel me? You black. You feel me? What else are you supposed to be doing? You dig outside of nation building and building your nation. Anything outside of that, I don't know what to tell you because ain't nobody had to tell me to be black. You feel me? Ain't nobody had to tell me to want a nation build. Ain't nobody had to tell me to be here. You feel me? And I'm not saying that's gonna be the same for you, but I'm saying at the end of the day, this you feel me? I don't know what else to tell you. You feel me? My people already did all the great things, and we going to reclaim that. You feel me? So be a part of the greatness. You feel me? Because you already great, and all you got to do is realize it and put your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding together, and you'll be litty.
For sure, man. I appreciate it. Curtis, he says my son took what I taught him and came back supersized. Most definitely, I can feel you on that, brother Curtis. My son, as well. You
Yeah,
know, I've been teaching him ever since he was uh, young, and ever since he was 3 or 4 years old, man, teaching him how to read. You know what I'm saying? Understanding the greatness that he comes from. You know the importance of unity, the important role of a woman, the important role of a man, nation building. You know what I'm saying? Building and not destroying, man. So most definitely, man. I definitely, bro, appreciate you coming on the platform. I appreciate you know what I'm saying, you chopping it up and answering the questions. You know, you answered a lot of questions for me. I listened, you had a lot of great ideas. I know I'm gonna go back and write some of them down that you had, you know, that I asked. You had a lot of great dope ideas. Again, I hope this interview is a reference point for other people on how to socialize and discuss and listen to the youth, you know what I'm saying, as well as the youth listening to someone who is older than them, and you know the respect level between the two as you know, you have a discourse or a discussion. Um, for anybody that's give them your contacts, man, all your contacts, people that might want to reach out to Young Cuhdaffi, where can they reach out to you at, and how can they get your music?
you could go to Young Cuhdaffi on all platforms. That's YUNGCUHDAFFI underscore on Instagram. You don't got to put an underscore on anything else. And my music is the same thing on all streaming platforms. So go tap in, get them numbers running. You feel me? We need to hear it. We need to hear it.
Yes. Yes, sir. Y'all, let's give it up, man, one time for this young warrior scholar, man, Young Cuhdaffi. Yeah, man. Again, again, man, I salute you. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to working side by side with you in team RBG, man. And I hope this ain't the last time that you grace the platform, man. This
I definitely
platform is definitely your platform. So anytime you want to come back, just holler at me, my brother. And we definitely gonna make that happen, man. We definitely gonna do that, man. And
yes.
shout out to everybody, man, that's in the chat, man. I really appreciate the chat was on fire today. Everybody showed up for this young warrior scholar, man. You know what I'm saying? We're moving in the right direction, man. It's all about support. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all coming out to support. You know, not me. I ain't worried about. I'm worried about y'all supporting this young soldier, making them feel welcome, man. So I appreciate everybody in the chat. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
those who popped in, popped out, who stayed the whole duration of the show, man. We'll be back next week, next Sunday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be here with Raka and Musa. Next week, we're going to continue to lay out these shows and display, each artist from Team RBG, whether you in the music or you're doing something else within Team RBG. We want to continue to get the exposure of Team RBG. So we're going to continue to do these things every week until I'm tired. I don't want to do them no more. But I love doing them. I'm excited about doing them, man. So, man, any other last words, man, before we close the show out?
Man, y'all go get that bowl, man. Get your bowl from teamrbg.com, man. If you ain't get that RBG gumbo griot using music, breaking oppression, I think you malnutrition right now. You feel me? And you feel me? So outside of that, you feel me? I appreciate you, brother Kofi, and y'all need to know that as I learn, we all learn. Come to the world.
Yes, sir. He talking with his hands and he just clicking the mute button, turning the camera. I'm like that too, man. I when I get into something, I'm very passionate. That's something else I like about you. You very a passionate type of person. So when you speak, you speak with conviction and you speak with passion. And I do the same. I try to calm down because sometimes people think I be hollering or being over aggressive.
Right.
But when you passionate about something, man, it just comes out of you and you just speak with authority and you speak with your hand. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet with me. I'm the same way, man. So again, salute to you, man. We gonna leave. We came in with one song. We gonna leave out with another song, man. Y'all pay attention to the young warrior, man, and them bars, man. You know what I'm saying? We out of here, man. We'll see y'all, man. Next week, man. And like the brother said, man, go get that RBG gumbo, man. Go get your bowl. His brother said you is malnutrition if you don't have that bowl, man. So go get you a good helping of that gumbo, man.
We got a heat for you.
We out of here, man. Peace, peace, peace. Peace and power, man. Black African power, man. Race first. Team RBG. We out of here, man. A bidding for Houdier.
In Connecticut. And let's get with this young warrior, this young scholar, this young martial artist, this young thinker, this warrior, strategist,
and we know,
and
I know, and I know that you know, and we know,
Cuhdaffi
that you know,
with the smash hit. I know,
and I
you
know,
know,
yes,
we
I
know.
know.
Let's go.
Hey, look. I know, living your dream takes time. Stay consistent and then you'll be fine. Yeah, work hard until you comfortable. What they thinking it isn't up to you. Nah, life about taking chances. You standing out when you standing. Yeah, all hands and no hands out. We gon' see what the people care about. Confidence equals power, you dig? Look, I know we need to get together and become one. You know that like we living, man, it only come once. We know that like we living and we know it's fucked up. I know we got plenty of coins to run up. You know we do the most, it really ain't done much. We know that government corrupt. I know collectively we need to get our funds up. You know it's plenty ways to come up. We know we gotta keep that shit amongst us. I know they hate us cause we done created everything. You know we coming from a far greater legacy. We know those who hate us because of our melanin. And if you don't, make it president. But honestly, the question is, who gon' stand with us? If you look like me, you better have your hand in this. See, I'm talking all Africans and all Afro-Cans. Just remember, we ain't even asked for this, but I'm glad you did. Now let me show you what a savage is. Killer mentality, show your ass what an assassin is. A bunch of stolen goods, you talking lavish shit. Bragging to get a crack and kill with all them blasphemous acts you did to keep your family rich. Man, you stole from my wife and kids. Man, it's not a curse to be smart, it's a curse being aware. It's not a curse to be smart, it's a curse being aware. It's not a curse to be smart, it's a curse being aware. Kill the boy, kill the farmer. I know, you know, they got your days filled with lies, and you sitting back acting like you surprised. I know, you know, we still got so much to do. You really thought them people fucked with you. Look, steadily playing their game, man. They got your ass looking like a lame. You gon' stand for something or fall for anything. You stand for something or fall for anything. I know, you know, we know, I know, you know. I know, you know, we know, I know, you know. I know, you know, we know, I know, you know. I know, you know, we know, I know, you know. Tattle crackers don't play with me. 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 I ain't playing with you niggas either. I ain't playing with you niggas either. But tattle crackers don't play with me. 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 I ain't playing with you niggas either. I ain't playing with you niggas either. But tattle crackers don't play with me. Tattle crackers don't play with me. Yeah. If you know, then you know. You already know. Yung Cuhdaffi, revolutionary but gangster. It's that WSK music, you feel me? AKA that Underground Railroad music. Yeah. You know we do this shit for the ancestors and the voice of the ancestors. A different sound.